everybody, I'm Creed. Welcome to Creed Saturday Morning, episode 14. Today what I'm working on is Battle of the Planets from 1978. There were 85 episodes. The series was created by taking a Japanese series called Science Ninja Team Gatchaman from 1972, and they took most of those episodes and basically just rewrote them in English and added in a robot who I liked. A lot of people hated him, and a lot of people don't like the changes they made from the original cartoon. I don't like the original cartoon. Here, this is what I saw first. This team will always be the team. Every other version of this cartoon doesn't have the right character names. Keop is not a synthetic android person. I don't like any of the differences. So there was the original Gatchaman, but then there was this, Battle of the Planets, and then there were two other versions, Eagle something and G-Force. And they made too many changes, changed the character. But Battle of the Planets, if I could see back in time to when I was a little kid, and I'd look, and I'm running around the yard like a fool with my arms out, I am pretending to be from either the ship or one of the people from Battle of the Planets. I'll tell you right now, that's what I'm doing. So G-Force is Mark, Jason, Princess, Tawny, and Keop. And they fight the forces of Spectra, led by Zoltar. And Zoltar actually worked for sort of a strange space creature called the Luminous One, which sort of reminded me a little bit of how Tex-Hex works for Stampede. Now this piece is actually really super special to me. I penciled and inked this in 1995. Then in a few years, I guess, it got put in with other stuff. I keep this giant folder. Luckily, I keep it all. But I keep this giant folder, and it got put in there. I completely forgot I ever did it. And then while I was digging out things to research for my Creed's Other Art episode 10, making a comic book, My 90s Adventure, you can check that out below. I'll put the link there. While I was looking for that comic book stuff, I found this piece. Actually, what I found was a photocopy of the piece. I'm still not sure where the actual piece is. But it was done size and a half of comic book page. That was what I always drew. And just inked with just a dip pen and some speedball ink. So I don't really remember much about making this because, like I said, I forgot about the piece completely. But I seem to recall at least half of it, either the Zoltar half with the planets and the ship, or the team was from a Gold Key house ad. I remember that's the reference. I saw that and I went, hey, I get an idea for a drawing. So it's half of it. It was either the team or the space part. I can't remember now, and I don't know where the ad is or whatever. But it was a Gold Key house ad. I'm pretty sure that something inspired this piece anyway. And plus, I'm a big fan of the show. This is actually some of the only anime I'll do. But it's not technically anime. It's Americanized anime, and I don't mind that stuff. It's the culture difference is why I don't like anime. I'm not from that culture. I don't think how those writers thought. And there's that little 10 or 20% differences in stuff that just, I don't know, those little differences are usually what bugs me and that's why I don't like those shows as much. But this is Americanized, and I liked it a lot. So I actually just recently found this again, like I said, and then I did some digital colors on it, which I'm going to run right now. And I was having actually a lot of trouble with recording this, so there's a couple of spots where it jumps. Like, there's one big jump where a lot of stuff gets done really quick and just it's done. I don't know what happened. Sometimes you hit record and it doesn't record. I bet you every YouTube channel you watch, some of their best shows are ones they just did out loud in a room and nobody ended up recording it. So in a way, this is sort of an art time capsule for myself. And I think back to 1995, before most people had a home computer. I know I didn't have one in 95. So none of this was digital in any way. I think it would actually blow my mind that in the future I'd be coloring this on a computer and making prints of it, which I have. And I actually have a table at a convention in 2 weeks. I'm gonna have at least one video about that. I might have a getting ready and then a during and then a after maybe, or I might just do one. I'm not sure yet. But this is my first convention, and this is one of the pieces I decided to get ready for the show. And actually, while we're on coloring, I discovered something that really made me sad. Actually, now I haven't done traditional art in quite a while. I've been doing all my stuff digitally. And I was thinking about getting back and maybe doing a few pieces traditionally. So okay, of course, now I still have some, but I was like, okay, if I'm going to work traditionally, I'm going to need some new color pencils, because I'm a color pencil guy. And I don't know what it is. I think it's just from the age when I was drawing years ago. Everybody uses markers now, but markers back then were a ridiculous thing you couldn't really use for art, because you'd get these dug in burned color lines along lines next to it where it isn't burned in as much, and they weren't an even coloring system at all when I started. So I never got into markers. Colored pencils were the thing. But so I did a little bit of research, and I found out the greatest color pencil company ever. Their color pencils, see, right now I guess Faber-Castell is going to be the best you can get. They are half as good as Laurentian. And Laurentian's a Canadian company. I don't know if any Americans watching this are going to even ever hear of Laurentian. But Laurentian, I found out they went out of business. And I guess I wasn't helping any, because I went digital. And probably a lot of other people did too. I guess maybe that's why. But so they went under. They had the greatest colors, the best texture of lead in the pencils. They had the best texture, the best rich colors, high quality. There's no color pencils like Laurentian color pencils. I'm lucky now that I still do have a full one of their big sets, and most of the pencils are above 75% still there. So, but that has suddenly become a prized possession of mine now, because I can't replace it. I can't believe Laurentian's out of business. That's just, what a kick in the guts. I think when somebody's 10 years old, they should be given a kit of information. Okay, now you're a free thinking individual. Welcome to the world. And somewhere in that kit there should be a card and it'll say, whatever your favorite thing is, someday they're not going to make that anymore, and you won't even be able to find it. So if you can, hoard one or a box of them, or at least enjoy it and know it'll be gone someday, because you just kind of go, oh, da 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 da. You know, my favorite gum in the world is Black Bart gum. Is that still made anymore? Sadly, no, it is not. My favorite gum. My favorite cereal, Pac-Man cereal, no longer made. My favorite candy in the world, Skull Crushers. Good luck trying to find them. And anything I really want is a vintage game, is a vintage toy. But I'm kind of getting on a ramble here, but it's just how things disappear that you didn't expect to be gone. So I'm really happy with how this Battle of the Planets piece turned out. So stay tuned to my channel for more art stuff, including some info about, you know, how well I do at CaperCon. And if you're one of my more adventurous visitors, you may want to check out my show that's called Inspiration, and that is a totally separate thing on this channel. And I'll let you know now, it's my Halloween celebration, although I'm going to stretch Halloween more than somebody else is, so it's from now until the end of the year. And the show has a beginning, a middle, and an end. So that might be worth checking out if you're interested. Otherwise, the channel, for being a 6-month-old channel, I've only been doing this 6 months, and I met cool people on here, and I've been spreading my art around, trying to show the sunny side of my personality, such as it is. But it's interesting because the channel's still only super small, and that doesn't worry me any. I know that. That's when I started Deviant Art. That's what it was, just crickets for a long time, and then after a while you get some people. Right now, I think we could all fit in a bus shelter, but pretty soon we'll only fit in a large bus shelter. So you gotta have goals, right? What I found is cool is which videos get viewed more and which don't, and you can't even predict it. It's weird. But my most viewed video is Dr. Galeo Seaworthy, and I got over 150 views, which doesn't sound like anything to anybody. That's a daily hit for somebody. To me, that's pretty big for a 6-month-old channel. I got over 150 views in 4 months on that one show. So people like the snorks. So I will be doing more snorks, and that's not just because of that. I was gonna do more snorks anyway. I got over 70 views on my Blue Devil and my origin story. People seem to like that one, and that's kind of a long video, but people like it. My gym partner's a monkey that I did got over 60 views. So people like that, and I that's one of my guilty pleasures. I love that show. It's stupid as hell and great and funny and awesome. And then the last episode I did of Creed Saturday Morning, episode 13, I did Professor Pericles from Mystery Incorporated, and that's doing really well. It's only been 3 weeks and I got more than 40 views. So my channel's growing and people are putting their eyeballs on some of my videos. Don't worry, I Windex that off regularly. And actually my total views are over 800 now. So for a tiny little micro channel like myself, that anybody even knows that I'm here is a miracle. So thanks to everybody who's been watching all my silliness, all my weird old 90s art, all my obscure characters I do, as I'm trying to succeed commercially as an artist. I realized that one of the things that is gonna be a problem is the thing that I love the most is drawing a super obscure character that 1 out of 100 people will have their mind completely blown that somebody drew, but those other 99 are gonna go, I don't know what that is. I love, that's my favorite thing, and I can't do that every single time. I can't be, you can't get famous for being the most obscure guy in the world. So I try to put those into the mix because I love them, and I know I'm gonna get a giant reaction out of one person because they're just gonna go, holy crap, he drew the ship from Sport Billy, he drew Flaps the elephant, he drew Horg from the Monchi-Gs. Like, people are just gonna go like, what is he drew number 1 from the Incredible Hulk 80s cartoon. So that's the, when I do the obscure ones, I love the other ones too, and I don't do that as a bandwagon. I like the popular guys too. I like to do a really obscure guy, and when I post them on DeviantArt, which DeviantArt is the core of my art right now, so that's where to watch. When I post something really obscure on DeviantArt, I like to do a search, and if I can find no other art of that guy, that makes me smile. It just somehow does. Like, it's good. Somebody finally put up art of this guy. Me. Excellent. Keep it up, Creed. So this was already longer than I intended. I hope you like this artwork. I decided the only thing I slightly changed Zoltar's eyes because they were a little bit too screwy for me to leave. But otherwise, I left the rest of this untouched. I haven't re-inked it, even though I was super tempted to get it smooth and clean like my style now. Add a lot more black in there. But no, here's what I decided. I was like, that is the best I could do. And I think it was August 95. That was my absolute best, and I was super happy and proud of that. I'm not going to crap on that. I'm going to respect that. You know, me from that time deserves the respect of just enhancing the art. But I'm not going to redo it. So this is my time machine art. I did this half my life ago, and then I finished it now. I told you, when I say I'll get around to something, I get around to it. So I want to give a shout out, and here's the thing I noticed on a lot of these art channels, because a lot of the guys on art channels, well, I say guys, but guys and girls, are doing comics, and they give shout outs to other people doing comics. Well, there's lots of kind of art out here, and there's lots of people doing fantastic stuff. I'm just going to give one shout out to keep it short, and especially this is a coloring episode, so I'm going to shout out to Blacksummer Colouring. Claire Whitlam runs it. She sounds delightful. I never met her or talked to her. I like watching her channel, and actually one of her latest pieces was just excellent, really excellent. It was like a collab with another channel, and she did like a bird lady, and it was excellent. So give Blacksummer Colouring a look. I'll put her links in the stuff below where I tell you the stuff goes. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. You know how this subscription thing works. If you're interested in my stuff, subscribe and follow me and stuff, and we'll chat in the comments. Alright, have a kick-ass day, and until next time, take her easy.